Hello everyone and welcome to the second onboarding webinar. This time we'll focus primarily on pop ads and how to make the most of them. Stay tuned. Let's wait just a few minutes for all the viewers to join us. We would really be grateful if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon not to miss new videos. Every week we launch new useful content, especially for our viewers. For instance, last week we provided a tutorial on making money with push ads on crypto vertical. Furthermore, there are video guides on using our freshest features. The link can be found in the chat now. While we are waiting other viewers, you can write about your experience with pop ads in our chat. I believe the majority of viewers join us, so let's start. Please write in the chat now if everything is okay with the sound and the video. It is really crucial to know. Okay, I think we can start. Okay, if you are our loyal viewer, you might already know that my name is Daria Maichuk. I'm the head of customer service at RichAds Advertising Network. My expertise in affiliate marketing is really extensive. I have been working in this field for more than 5 years. To be precise, my experience includes dealing with all possible verticals, and I know how to help marketers earn on them. I guess it is not a surprise for you that today we are going to focus on making a profit with pop ads. So what's on the agenda? First, I'm going to share all the crucial info about RichAds, our formats and available traffic types in particular. I will provide you with a detailed explanation of pop ads and direct click format. A bit later, nuances and professional tips on working with them will be shared. What's more, I will focus on the best geos and verticals for pops at RichAds, as well as discuss the tips for making converting landing pages for each vertical. Then we will have a closer look at the account type benefits and payment methods at RichAds. After that, I will give you a brief overview of the traffic insights section. It will be followed by setting up a real working pop campaign. I will share my screen and show how to do it in practice. Of course, the most awaited point of our webinar is case studies. We are going to show a couple of them today. Traditionally, as a cherry on top, we will have a Q&A session. What are the perks our viewers will receive after the webinar? Well, as usual, you will get an email that contains several items. They will find the link to the recording, today's presentation, and our bonus. So don't worry if you miss something. You can always rewatch the webinar. Once again, please type your questions in our chat and we will discuss them at the end of my speech. Without further delay, I'm honored to introduce RichAds platform. Who are we and what do we provide? Basically, RichAds is an ad platform that offers 5 billion impressions daily in 200 plus countries all over the world. Let me enumerate a few key features that we are proud of. These are premium traffic sources with highest conversion rate, expert support, it includes whitelist, free creatives, turnkey ad campaigns. Of course, I want to mention that help with optimization from our professional account managers. Target CPA for the best bids and high-quality traffic. Flagship features, those are Optimizer, Predictor, Multi-Format, Performance Mode, as well as a time-proof automated rules and micro-bidding. Adult traffic with no restrictions. It means that you can launch offers with nudity on any traffic format on the exact whitelist. Check it out in the chat. But make sure you have the most up-to-date list of sources. Your manager will be happy to provide it. As of today, we have 5 main ad formats. Back in 2018, we started with push ads, and now they exist in the following variations: push ads, calendar push, in-page push ads. These formats convert quite well throughout the years and show great ROI. as well as pop ads that we are going to focus on today. These are two more formats at RichAds. They are pops and direct click. We offer classic pop ads that we are going to mostly talk about today. This is one of the oldest formats on our platform. Another format that we offer is direct click. This type of traffic is a relatively new yet profitable one. The main difference with pops is that it targets only warm and interested audience. And there are several more differences between these traffic types, but we will look into them later. What are pop ads? Let me explain in a few words. I believe you already know the basics, as this format is actually the oldest one in the advertising world. To put it very simple, a new window that appears up or under the opened window is an example of pop ads. How does it work? The trigger that opens a new window depends on how JavaScript, which is responsible for displaying the ad, is configured. Sometimes it is enough to open a site with a code, sometimes you need to click on any part of it. Generally, there are two variations of pop ads. Pop-up, a new tab appears over the page you have been on, and pop-under, or click under, a new tab appears under the initial page. Obviously, pop-up is a bit more aggressive, as the user doesn't have a choice. The ad is shown straight to him once he opens the page. It can be both an advantage and disadvantage. Pop-under is usually a bit more attractive, as it gives users a space to finish their own business and only then check out the ad. It actually gives them an opportunity to get interested in your offer. Now, I would like to tell you a bit more about the actual pros of this format. Some people argue that pop ads are not the same and are not that efficient anymore. But we are here to break this stereotype. Even if we take traffic volumes at RichAds, the growth is significant. They have increased 3 times only during this year. Apart from our local stats, experienced marketers claim that this is the best format to start an affiliate journey, and that's actually true. So what are the pros of pop ads? That's easy to test. You don't need to make any creatives. Just set up a working landing page and you will succeed. For this reason, it's also easier to track customer behavior, as the sales funnel is shorter. Lowest price yet high quality. The payment method for pop ads is CPM, a price per 1,000 views. At RichAds, the cost starts from $0.5 for Tier 3 and $1 for Tier 1, which is really affordable. Huge traffic volumes and widest audience outreach. Pops are usually shown on different entertaining websites with a huge number of users, which makes them a golden mine for a marketer. Users coverage. This format allows to reach users of all devices, desktop, mobile, tablets, as well as all OS, unlike push ads. Highest CTR. It is almost impossible to ignore pop ads. If the landing page is exact and the offer is good, nothing interferes with you from getting profit. No banner blindness. There are only 2 ad formats that are capable of fighting it. The first one is push ads, the second one is pop ads. Internal and external fraud protection. We have our own system aimed at analyzing the traffic weekly, as well as use ad score to have our customers double protected. One more format that we are eager to discuss today is direct click. You might have also heard about it as domain or redirect traffic. Basically, that's a hint on its working mechanism. Well, what is it and how does it work? All in all, this is a type of traffic that offers a user's redirect from a packed domain to the landing page of the advertiser's offer. On a slide, you can see how it actually works on the example of crypto ads. Let me explain it in detail. A user is searching for a particular website, for instance, Adidas, and he makes a small mistake in spelling, presses enter, and that's it. He's redirected to your offer. This usually works perfectly with e-commerce offers. What are the main advantages of the format? High engagement. The main difference with usual POPs is that the user is actually interested in similar products. He is willing to find something like this just now. Skyrocketing CR. Due to the fact that the users are extremely involved in finding similar goods, the conversion rate is much higher than in other formats. It's actually 10 times higher than on POPs. Yet the price is higher as well. It doesn't disturb the users. As simple as that, your offer page doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's shown only when a user actually wants to search for something. And wide selection of geos. The format works everywhere, there are no limitations, and you can test any country of your choice. Today, I already spoke a lot about reasons to pay attention to POP ads, but how to actually make the most of them. Obviously, speaking about POPs, the first thing a user interacts with is a landing page. As you know, you will have just a few seconds to make the customer actually stay and pay attention to your offer. So no mistakes are allowed for this traffic type. Lots of experts argue on the value of pre-landers for POP ads. It is hard to tell if the usage is vital, but you can always try several approaches even in one campaign. Test both direct link and pre-landing page to see what shows best results for you. Testing is always the key to a successful campaign. The most general tips you need to follow are: choose landing page with short text and large font sizes. Such pages should be maximum clear and notable. Use clear calls to action. Click and register. Apply bright images that can interest the user just in a second. Test different registration forms and publish a registration form or an important button on the main screen. The user will not scroll down to find a necessary button. Use only high-speed landing pages. It is really crucial. Remember that it is the only thing a user will see as there are no creatives. Don't ignore this point. What's more, he is not ready to see your offer, so he's not gonna wait for the page to load. We turn to Servando Silva, an experienced marketer with great expertise in working with POPs, and he shared with us some pro tips. He says that many new affiliates start with slow landing pages made on WordPress with a 2 MB size and 3-4 seconds load time in a shared host account. But when we speak about POP traffic, it is crucial to keep your landing page under 200 KB and load it under 1 second from a VPS or CDN. Check out the chat to learn how to speed up your landing pages and make them lighter. Choose best hosting and CDN for your landing page. It influences the speed and the perception of the page significantly. On his opinion, the best hosting is Vultr, but many others such as Linode or DigitalOcean cover more geos around the world. As for content delivery network, you can use Cloudflare for free or some very inexpensive alternatives such as KeyCDN and BunnyCDN. You can also locate your landing page closer to the desired geo. It's surely become faster. Remember, the faster, the better. Don't forget to use the native language of your target audience at the landing page. They won't even pay attention if they don't understand what's written on it. A really working hack to cut off unnecessary audience is using browser language targeting when setting up a campaign. Constant optimization is a must for POP ads. The thing is that the volumes on POPs are huge, so you need to filter the amount of traffic that you get and check if it's relevant for your offer. To simplify and speed up the process, test our Optimizer UI. It allows to do all the optimization, micro-bidding, black and white listing in one page without constant checking of your tracker. Furthermore, you can edit the budget, CPA, or CPM directly from this panel, which makes it even more useful. It is vital to use only premium sources. Those are time-proven and tested traffic sources that guarantee your best results. They're of the highest quality and are perfect to start with. What's more, the CR of the premium group is 6 times higher than that of standard one. It is crucial to start the campaign with the help of automated rules to cut off too expensive leads and irrelevant sources. This type of optimization really rocks for pop ads, and it does all the work for you. Let's look at the example on the slide. First of all, focus on blacklist to turn off ineffective elements, as whitelisting cuts too many potential traffic sources. For instance, your CPA goal is 8. Set a rule: if a source spends the cost of 1.5 CPAs and there are some conversions but they're too expensive, it is automatically blacklisted. One more rule to set is, if the number of conversions is less than 1 and the spend equals to CPA, we also blacklist it. It's easy and really helpful as it automates the whole process for you. Use your budget wisely. There are not a universal formula for all the offers and verticals, but I would advise to test at least 10 conversion prices to collect the necessary data for optimization and analysis. The scene is that if you spend the cost of less than 10 conversions, you won't be able to test each source properly and the test won't be relevant. Daily budget will be different for all the verticals. For instance, it's about $50 for dating, $30 for cleaners, while for crypto and gambling, you would be better start with at least $100 per day. Also, don't set the bid that's too high or too slow. Focus on the recommended one or consult your manager. If the bid is too high, you might have too much traffic, which means a lot of optimization. It may be very time-consuming. Make sure you separate mobile and desktop campaigns. The bids differ significantly for mobile and desktop. That's why it is better to have 2 campaigns for each device. We would advise to start with mobile devices for pop ads, then scale with a desktop campaign. Well, I can call you an expert in pop ads now, but that's not everything. We have insights on geos and verticals for you as usual. What's more, I will share landing examples for each vertical for you to understand the wild picture of working with pop format at RichAds. We have identified best verticals for pop ads at our platform. They are gambling, betting, e-commerce, mobile content, adult dating. As a top bid, CPA goal and overall budget depends hugely on the vertical and geos. We have made a list of best countries to launch pop ads at for each vertical. For gambling, the hottest countries are Vietnam, Indonesia, Turkey, Malaysia, India, Zambia, and South Africa. Actually, gambling and betting have shown greatest results on POPs for quite a long time, as the target audience for these verticals is really impulsive and tends to react on such triggers. I would also like to focus on specific tips for landing pages for each vertical, as there are several peculiarities that must be taken into account when creating them. For gambling, apply all the possible easy money tricks. Offer first deposit bonus, free spins, use gamification elements. All of these actually attract players and even people who aren't into this, may want to test their luck. We have also identified the countries that work best for betting: Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, South Africa, Bangladesh, and Ghana. When we talk about betting, it is necessary to use the most eternal approach over. It's crucial to lure users with bonuses and discounts. Make sure your landing page contains a clear call to action and enumerates benefits for clients. You can even use capital letters. Also, agency can work here. For instance, try tax only today or limited offer. What concerns e-commerce, the current leaders in terms of geos are Brazil, France, the United States, and India. Another tip is for e-commerce office lenders, this vertical is actually very popular on POPs, so you need to stand out among others. In this case, try offering free goods for subscription. Ask users to share personal data for coupons or provide special offers. Everybody loves presents and gifts, and e-commerce is a perfect niche to use it. Don't miss such a hook. Also use a lottery or giveaway of goods as an opportunity to gain more audience. Mobile content offers show greatest results when launched in the following countries: France, Russia, Uzbekistan, Chile, and Argentina. We also identified some recommendations for mobile content offers landing pages. Here you need to be careful for an obvious reason. The user has to do a bit more action than usual. Make the action as clear as possible. Always use local language so that a user wouldn't think that it's some fraudulent page. And the button must be eye-catching and the field for the phone number shall be easy to find. Don't forget to use images that explain what a user will get after subscription. They shall speak for themselves and be attractive. Last but not least goes adult dating vertical. It will show highest conversion rate in the following geos: the United States, France, India. What's more, we allow adult materials and landing pages on particular sources. Don't hesitate to ask your manager for the whitelist. One of the most trending niches now is adult. Make sure to test it with the most relevant landing page. Don't show adult materials at once. First, intrigue the potential client. Show him the diversity your site offers. For instance, if you promote webcam, try a landing page that implies what a customer can ask from a model. If you really want to use adult materials, test several links at once. It is possible to do it in one and the same campaign. Also, you can use a Lona sales funnel. Apply pre-landing without per adult. Through landing can include nudity. As a bonus for our dearest viewers, we have also collected the best vertical and geos at RichAds for the new format, direct click. The most trending verticals now are gambling, betting, and crypto. If we speak about gambling, the countries to pay attention to are Thailand, Germany, Indonesia, Turkey, and the United States. Betting continuously shows nice results in the following Asian countries: Singapore, Kazakhstan, and Vietnam. Last but not least, crypto vertical will bring you more profit when launched in such countries as Germany, Australia, France, and Spain. If you're interested in crypto offers and making a profit out of them, we have recently launched a few videos on this vertical and cover all the aspects. Check out the link in the chat. Now, let's focus on the perks you will get when starting your affiliate marketing path with RichAds. As you can now see on the slide, we have three main types of accounts. Those are Keen, Professional, and Rocky. We would recommend to start with the Keen one by adding $3,000 and get 5% bonus if you deposit the sum at once. The thing is that it is the easiest way to start, as you will have not only all the platform's features, but also a manager who will be fully responsible for setting up your campaigns and helping you with all the optimization issues, as well as priority moderation. Of course, you can also start your RichAds journey with a professional plan by adding $500. This way, you will also have a manager who will help you with optimization, whitelist, and creatives, but he won't fully manage your campaigns. In this case, priority moderation is also unavailable. Last but not least, you can add just $150 for a test and get a Rocky account. This way, you can work as a self-serve on our platform and contact customer support if you have any questions. Okay, Let's imagine that you have chosen the desired type of account and the next step is actual payment. We offer such payment options as wire transfer, bank card, capitalist, or Payoneer. It is important to note that Payoneer is not available in the UI, but we have it on our platform. Just consult your manager to use this method. What's more, I'm happy to announce that now we accept cryptocurrency too. Several options are available. One more function of our platform that I want to talk about today is Traffic Insights. This is a section that will literally provide you with insights on available traffic for each geo for push and pop performance. They can check stats on win rate, total impressions, as well as average CPC or CPM and top ones. It's a very convenient way to learn more about the exact geo before launching a campaign or choosing the bid. One more recommendation from me is to double check the information with your account manager to have the most relevant data. Now you know how to make landing pages that can hook and retain your client, but that's not enough. We are also going to learn how to make a pop campaign that actually bring conversion. Obviously, you need to choose pop or direct click traffic source first. Let me share my screen to show what your next steps will be. Just a few seconds. Can you write in the chat if everything isn't okay with the screen, please? I really hope you see my screen, so I will start, I think. Okay, let's start. I prepared the campaign before the webinar, so today I will show you the ready campaign. It will be campaign for gambling and for token. I will click here and we are moving to optimize the UI. Here you can see our new feature, Optimizer. And here you can optimize your campaign in one page. You can turn off some subscriber list, publisher sites, devices, and OS, and change bid CPA if you want. It is a really good feature and it will save your time. Unfortunately, I don't have any data here as this campaign wasn't active and it is a campaign for this webinar. So if you want to edit campaign, you need to click here and we will move to campaign. Okay, let's start. Here you can see the name of our campaign. I choose gambling token. And here you can see optimization strategy. Manual CPC and target CPA will be available soon. Of course, we have target CPA and performance mode for POPs traffic too. You only need to ask your manager to help you with it. You can create campaign and ask your manager to change the status of this campaign. Today we'll start with a manual CPM campaign as I need to check how this offer works for this country and to understand the funnel. Here you can see the field for creative. As we mentioned before, we don't need any creative for this traffic, so I only need good landing page. Here you can put the link for your offer. Let's move from here. Here you can see the targeting, and here we can choose the countries that will be interesting for you and for your offer. It will be Tokyo. We also have targeting for regions and cities. If you need to choose some specific regions and cities, you can choose them here. You can include them or exclude. If you don't need to do it, I will recommend to start with all geo and to understand how all the regions are working for you. Then we are moving to devices. We can target our campaign for mobile, for tablet, and for desktop. It will be better to start with, to separate the campaigns for each device as devices have different CPM. So I will start with mobile. I think that mobile shows really good results now, and I will start with this device. Sure, you can also create campaign for mobile, for example, duplicate the campaign and test desktop if you have opportunity. But I will start with mobile. Also, it is necessary to say that visit cap is really important. I will I will put here one visit per user per 1 day. So my ads will not be annoying and will not annoy the users. If we are talking about budget, 1 minute, please. I'm really sorry. And if we're talking about budget, here you can check the CPM. You can put here recommended CPM or top bid. You can also check here minimum CPM for direct click. I will start with recommended CPM as it will be enough to test all subscriber lists to understand how they're working, and then I can change the bid with micro bidding, and I will tell you about this feature soon. I will start with recommended CPM. Here you can also see our new feature. It is called Predictor, and you can see how much volumes you will get with a particular bid. So I will start with $1. If we're talking about budget, we have opportunity to have budget per day and unlimited budget. It is important to have limited budget per day to, first of all, to optimize your campaign and to achieve the CPA goals that you would like to have. And only that we can scale our campaign and change the budget to unlimited. I will start with a budget $100. I think it will be good for this offer with this CPA, and I will have enough data to start optimization. And if we're talking about a sub, and even with a sub, you will get traffic as soon as possible. And this feature is really better, as you will get traffic as soon as you win, as soon as your bid is winning in the auction. And even we'll spend your budget during hours, but with this method, you will not have traffic as soon as possible, and you can miss some data and some conversions. Okay, my CPA goal will be 8. Then we are moving to advanced targeting. Here you can see OS. I will start with the latest versions of Android 6, 7, 8, 9, and the rest. And browser. I will choose here Chrome. Chrome shows really good results. When you click here, you can check the volumes of other browsers, but Chrome is really good, and I will recommend to start with this one. If we're talking about browser language, you can also check how much volumes will you have, but for this offer and for Turkey, I will start with all languages to understand, but then I can check the statistics and select the particular languages if I need. We also have targeting for connection type, for career targeting, ISP, manufacturers, models. If we're talking about this field, we can target only mainstream. We can have the traffic only from mainstream. And but I will also recommend to start with all traffic to understand how it works is if your offer allows it. And I will keep this web view allowed. And sources. We have 4 categories of sources: premium, standard, remnant, and new. I have mentioned it before, it will be really better to start with premium sources. They have really good conversion rate, and the results are really good here. I will start only with pop traffic, as you can see that, these subscriber lists with green points, they're direct click, and it will be better to test them in different campaign as they have different bid. So I will start only with pops. You can also ask your account managers, and our account managers will provide you whitelist for your particular vertical. And we can also provide you with this information. Also, I will recommend you to keep this turn on new premium list automatically. So if we will add some new good subscriber list, they will be automatically added in your campaign, and you will not miss them. Okay, let's move to the next section. It will be section for optimization, and now we will talk about optimization and which our features will help you with it. Now we will talk about whitelist and block list. Our subscriber list, they have publishers, and publishers in the turn have sites. And when we start optimization, we usually check the statistics, and we start with sites. And if I see that site is spending more than my CPA goal and it didn't bring me any conversion, I can put the site or publisher in the block list, and I will not have traffic from it. Also, I can do the same with really expensive sites and publishers. First of all, I will recommend you to start with sites as they are smaller, then we are moving to publishers, and then we can check the statistics for subscriber list. If you want to turn off subscriber list, you shouldn't add it in block list. You only need to turn off it here, as example. And now I also would like to talk to you about microbidding. It is really good option to optimize your campaign. You can change the bid from your main bid in the campaign for particular sources. I will tell you this example. For example, this subscriber list, it has really good results. It brings us a lot of conversions and they're really cheap. In this case, if the subscriber list has a good win rate, I can increase the bid for it and I will have more conversions and more volumes for it. And we will have a lot of conversions. And in another case, if we're talking about expensive subscriber list, we can not turn off it. We can reduce the CPM for it. So in this case, it will be cheaper. But I also recommend you to check the win rate. And last but not least, automated rules. I also want to mention that it is really necessary to use postback with us, as you will have opportunity to test all our features that will help you with optimization. And our account managers also will help you to optimize your campaigns. So automated rules and other options, for example, target CPA will be available for you only if you can set up postback with us. And now I will explain you these rules, automated rules. Here you can see automated rules for publishers, and in this case, in the first case, we will blacklist the publishers that have conversions more than 0 and CPA is more than 12. And the statistics will be checked in the last 7 days, and this publisher will be added in the block list. And another rule, it will be also for publishers, and this rule will be in the case if you don't have any conversions and spend is more than 9. They will be also blacklisted and the statistics will be checked in the last 7 days. And they will be blacklisted. I can say that this feature can save your time and you will not spend a lot of time for optimization, especially if your CPA is really small. And we also have schedule. If your offer needs to have particular hours, I will show you how it looks like. And for example, you can choose hours that will be good for you. This setting is really good, for example, for crypto, if you need only working days. That's all that I want to tell you about setting up a successful POP campaign. And now we are moving to case studies. I will check. Thank you. And let's continue. We will share real examples for the most trending vertical, MVAS, and gambling. Let's start with a case study on mobile content offers. We prepared it together with one of our clients. The initial data was traffic source RichAds at format POP traffic period months, and the goal was registrations. CPM 3.5 and geo was Mexico. First of all, let's talk about the landing page. He used several approaches, 2 landings in the local language and 1 in English. Also, they all contain only 1 button with a call to action. It's perfect for POPs. The settings were quite basic, yet working one. He set frequency cap not to annoy the users. Targeted mobile devices and choose premium sources only, as well as latest Android versions and Chrome browser. As it is MVAS offer, he chose Telecel Carrier, which is the best option for Mexico. Let's talk about the optimization used for this campaign. Target CPA was applied. Basically, our client just set up the desired CPA, 0.1, and the algorithm did everything for him. Ineffective sources were turned off and microbidding was made. If you want to use this optimization strategy for POPs as well, don't hesitate to ask your account manager for help. Later, our client scaled this campaign on push and the results were impressive. He reached the maximum amount of subscription for this geo, so continued with other countries. The overall outcome was total budget was $331, conversion more than 4,000, profit more than 1,000, ROI more than 300%, and CPA was 0.06 and $7. Looks more than satisfactory in my opinion. And one more case study is quite fresh and was conducted with the help of our client, and the vertical is gambling. The starting point was POPs traffic, period week, goal was sales, and the geo token. Optimization strategy, performance mode. The targeting and setting were the safest. Mobile devices, frequency cap 1 visit per user a day, as well as premium sources only. Budget type was a sub as well, and he also set the browser language as Turkish to get only relevant leads. What concerns the landing page, our client used local language and only one action button. He also applied gamification elements and interactive picture of girls, which is a great strategy for gambling. What about optimization? He used our newest strategy, performance mode. Please note that it isn't available in the UI, but you can ask your manager to help with the setup anytime. So basically, our client just chose the strategy and all the optimization was done for him automatically. The algorithm created the best whitelist and blacklist for his settings. Furthermore, he had a tracker. So he set a CPA goal and his campaign was optimized according to it. The results were total budget was more than $1,000, clicks more than 977, desired CPA $8, and gained CPA was $5.1, and CPM was $1.5. As you can see, CPA was lower than the expected one. I believe it is impressive. And now goes the interactive part that you looked forward to, the Q&A session. Let me check the questions from the chat and answer them now. I will start. Okay, let's start with the questions. What verticals on POPs will be popular in 2023? From point of view, yes, the POPs format is real old, but they're really good working at now. And from my point of view, the verticals will be the same: gambling, betting, mobile content, dating, sweepstakes show really good results on this format. So I think it will be the same trend. And I hope maybe other verticals will show really good results in this year. Can you advise me which vertical I should choose for POP traffic if I have a limited budget of $500? If you have this budget is enough to start testing with us, and it will be good as with this budget our managers also will help you with optimization. And if we are talking about vertical, it will be better to start, it will be enough to start with gambling and betting, but in this case you can test at least 2 geos and maybe 2 optimization strategies, but then from point of view it is necessary to add more, to have more data, but it will be enough. And if we're talking about this budget, it will be enough to test also dating, sweepstakes, as CPA is lower here, and it will be enough to have enough conversions and to optimize the campaign and understand how we can scale it in further. Okay, I will choose another question from the chat. Can I use POPs for adult traffic? Yes, this year we added opportunity to test adult offers. So you can also test landing pages with nudity. With push ads, you can use creatives with nudity, and if you're talking about POPs here, you can also test it here. But my advice will be to ask your account managers about whitelist, as not all subscriber lists allow this vertical, and you need to double check this whitelist with your account manager, and we will provide you. And adult vertical shows also good results with POPs, so my advice will be to test it. What needs to be set up to start running a campaign on POPs? If we are talking about what will be good to start with this format will be good for all marketers, and marketers without any experience and marketers with experience. A lot of our top advertisers told that they're running only on POPs, as they gave them really good results, and they're usually running gambling, betting, and then scale with the other new formats as domain, and they can also test another GEOs. And what you need to start with, first of all, if you want to set up a POP campaign, you need to choose a really good landing page. And yeah, we told that in this landing page, you need to use short text, bright images to interest the user in 1 second, as they don't have any time and they need to do the conversion, and you need to clear calls to action. You can write click and register, something like that, and the button should be on the main page, as the users usually don't scroll the page, as they don't want to spend a lot of time. So it is really necessary to have good landing page or pre-landing page, and you can test different approaches to find the landing page that is really good working for you. What is the minimum daily expense for POP ads? It depends on vertical, and it depends on your CPA. If we are talking about minimum daily budget, and daily budget is the same for POPs and for push, minimum daily budget is $30. But if your CPA is $10, you can understand that it can not be enough, as you can't test all subscriber lists and have enough data to optimize your campaign. So it will be better to test at least 10 conversions to understand how your offer works and how your funnel works. But this budget will be enough to test cleaners. Maybe it will be enough to test adult dating if we're talking about tier 3 countries where the CPA is lower. So my recommendation will be to check the vertical and then decide which budget will be good for it. Okay, let's choose the next question. How to increase profit from landings? Is there no creatives in POPs format? Yeah, it was. I mentioned it before. The landing pages should be really notable, and you should interest your users. And in this case, you can interest them even without creatives. We have the question. Any restriction? Maybe, yeah, you're talking about any restriction for POP traffic. No, we don't have any restriction, and you can test all this vertical, but only adult have some restriction. Only some subscriber list allow full adult. So you need to ask your account manager, but it is not restricted. Is a separate third-party tracking not needed? The third-party track is needed, and I can explain you why. Third-party track is needed as you can analyze all your statistics in this track if you're working with different traffic sources, for example. But if you set up postback with us and you will give us information about conversions, you can test all our features as target CPA, automated rules, and other features. And also you can check all the statistics in Optimizer, and you cannot spend a lot of time in your tracker, and you can do all the job in our UI. So you can not go to the campaign, you only can click on it and check the statistics here if all your conversion will be here, and you can understand what is work, what is not work for you, and you can exclude them or include if you want. So from my point of view, our new feature Optimizer, it will really help you to save your time, as you don't need to work in Tracker and then create a list of whitelist or blacklist and copy to our campaign. You can do it in our UI, so it will be really comfortable for you. Do the automated rules work for POPs here? Yeah, sure, they really works, and you only need to understand how to create them properly, and we always recommend you to set up at least 2 rules, and 1 rule for expensive conversions and another one for publisher sites which didn't bring you any conversion. So 1 for expensive conversion and another one when you don't have any conversion. And yeah, it is really cool to use them. What is better to use for sweepstakes vertical, pre-landing or direct linking? It usually depends on the offer, and you need to understand that pre-landing page, the offers with pre-landing page usually show really good results, but sometimes direct link is also working. So you need to test both variants, both approaches. You can test them in one campaign if you want, or you can separate these campaigns. But if you test them in one campaign, you need to have more budget, as you need to test 2 links and you need to separate traffic among these links. But from my point of view, sweepstakes will be work better with push traffic, and I really want to mention it. And with POPs traffic, yeah, really good work in gambling, betting, cleaners, e-commerce. But you can test sweepstakes too, and we can provide you with which geos you can test it, and we can provide you with which subscriber list it will be better to test it. Which tracker do you recommend to use? If we are talking about tracking systems, I can recommend you to use BMO, Binom, Volume, RedTrack, and in the section tracking, you can check all the trackers with which we have integration, and integration is really easy, as you need to only in the tracking system find us as RichAds Push or RichAds Pops, and integration will be automatically, and you can don't set up it alone, and in your link will be added our microSys tokens, and you can use this link with us. So it is really fast, it's easy, it is really easy, and yeah, these tracking systems are really good. How much I have to deposit to start with whitelist for United States for crypto? But what about Forex and same geos? For crypto, this also depends on CPA, and if you need only to test 1 geo, it will be enough to start with $500. It will be really enough, as with this budget you can test not only manual CPM, or if you would like to test push manual CPC campaign, you can also test another features, and it will be really enough for test. And if you would like, Forex is working good, but For crypto, maybe I will also recommend you to start with push traffic. Crypto show good results with domain from statistics. This audience is really fresh and this interested audience, and you can test it with domain. But if we are talking about push or pops, it will be better to start with push. And about GEOs, crypto is good working now with United States, with Australia, and with tier 1 countries. So you can also check the insights. You can check and you can check our blog. Every month we refresh our blog, we refresh our reports, and add some good geos for each vertical, and we're talking about the best verticals on our platform, and you can check the statistics on our blog, and you can always ask your account manager about the best geos for this vertical. And we have the same question, and the question is, are POPs good enough for Forex and crypto offers, and what geos would you recommend to begin with about POPs? You can it will be better to test different traffic sources and push and POPs and domain, as some offers they show different results. So you can also test POPs, and we only need to provide you with good whitelist, so you will not spend a lot of money for subscriber lists that didn't show good results with this vertical. Okay, 1 minute. I will choose the next question. Do you have any available models for buying POP traffic? Which ones? Now with POP traffic and with domain traffic, we're working with a CPM model. The cost for 1,000 views. So you can test our traffic with this model now. And the next question. What about Latin America for gambling? Is it worth to try it? Yeah, Latin America show good results for gambling, and also the same, we can provide you the list of geos that are good working now for this vertical. And if you can always start with the premium subscriber list, as they show good results with all verticals. And if you need only several subscriber lists or whitelist of sites and publishers, you can also ask managers. Okay. What do you think about adaptive landings? As I know, yeah, adaptive landings will be really good, as they will be good for mobile traffic and for desktop traffic, and you can use one landing page for both these devices. And it will be better to, maybe it will be really better to start with these landing pages. But from my point of view, it will be better to start with mobile, as we have more volumes from this device, and it show really good results. And let's choose the last question for today, and 1 minute, I will choose it. Does this type of traffic work for iOS users? Yes, this type of traffic works for iOS users, and we have more traffic here if we compare it with push traffic. So you can also test this OS, and you only need to choose it in the advanced targeting section and to choose only the latest iOS versions. Okay. I think that we can finish with it today. Thanks a lot for your attention. Thanks a lot for your questions. And before we finish, I'd like to announce a bonus. RichAds gives a special bonus only for the webinar viewers, a 10% bonus to the first deposit to all new advertisers at RichAds that will register after the webinar. Use the promo code POPS22. Don't worry if you didn't write down or make screenshots of my contacts for our bonus. We will send you all the information and contacts with the webinar recording tomorrow. Please check your email. We are always glad to answer your questions and exchange opinions. Thanks a lot for being with us today. We plan our next webinar for the 8th of November. We are going to have a roundtable on gambling vertical. Stay tuned. Get all the latest updates about our webinars from our Telegram channel. Find the link in the chat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel below and click the bell icon not to miss new videos. Look forward to meeting you at our next webinar. Bye-bye and see you next time.